Ladies and gentlemen, not only is it Friday, the happiest of days of Friday of the week, but we have not only a crucial football game, but involves group of fives. I don't know why it's always feel good to show these group of five teams a lot of love. It's always good to show some love. So, first of all, I just want to check if we are we live? Let me check. And we are live. We are indeed live. So, anyways, let me get back. All right. So, here is what is at stake. Here are the rankings, right? You got Navy. You got Memphis. You got Tulane in the mix. But these two, it's a big deal with these teams right here. The North Texas Mean Green hosting ranked 24 South Florida Bulls. And Temple's in the mix there too, apparently. But they're 3-2. Intriguing. But North Texas, they're 5-0, undefeated. And South Florida, their only loss was against a really good Miami team. And they're just hoping to make an appearance in the American Conference Championship game. But this team, one of the three undefeated teams in the American Conference with Navy and Memphis, this is their toughest challenge yet. No doubt about that. This is their toughest challenge they have to face. So sadly, one of these teams in conference play will lose. They will lose. And here's the thing. Later down the road for South Florida, you know who they have to face later on down the road? They had to face Memphis. They got to face Memphis next. So that is going to be – so South Florida needs a win over North Texas. So North Texas is in a – they are in a big, big battle here. Very big battle. So, yeah, so right now, North Texas, right? The quarterback, really dang good. Byron Brown has been playing phenomenally. They're one of their biggest wins was taking down a ranked Florida team, the same Florida team that took down the top 10 Texas. So, in a way, you could say that a win over Florida kind of boosted South Florida. Definitely, because they were ranked before. I forgot what rank they were. I think they were 18. I think they were ranked 18 last time before the loss knocked them out of the playoff, out of the rankings. But after the fiasco that was last year when Penn State lost, Texas lost, when they were top 10, they got kicked out of the rankings. So now South Florida jumps back into the rankings, being in the top 25 again, this time as ranked 24. So they're a little bit at the bottom. So if you're teams like, but here's the thing, if you are teams like South Florida, you had to keep winning. By the way, the North Texas black uniforms, chef's kiss. That is chef's kiss like there. It's like, I don't know. It's like if the Jets and the Eagles uniforms had a baby or something. I love it. I love those uniforms. North Texas, to be honest, I haven't been really paying a lot of attention to North Texas. The only time I know about North Texas, they beat the holy bejeebers out of Washington State at one point. Like, I think at one point they dropped like 60 points on them. Let me check that score again. Give me one. I think it was like 63 it was 59-10. They dropped 59 points on Washington State. Then they beat Army, which is, I think that is their only conference win against which they came back from, because Army, which North Texas was leading by a mile. But then Army tried to come back, but then he won in overtime, I believe. And then, of course, as of right now, they're showing the game last week against South Alabama. They were down by a touchdown, but of course, Army, North Texas, they took care of business with that. So now, their remaining schedule after South Florida, UTSA, Charlotte, and they had to face Navy. I think that's going to be their toughest battle after South Florida. Navy, it's their next big obstacle course to go through. There's UAB, Rice, and Temple. So those are going to be your biggest obstacle right there for North Texas. So fortunately, North Texas does not have to face Memphis. But like I said, you know who will? That's South Florida. They face so after FAU, they will play Memphis. So if you are like a big contest matchup at home, there's a game right there for you right there. And guess what? They also have to play Navy. So South Florida has a relatively tough schedule. Relatively tough schedule, I should say. That is going to be interesting. This is going to be fun. That is indeed going to be fun. Byron Brown. And of course, like South Florida is also the team where they had a really good defense. Like the defense held up against Florida. They got an interception off the Lagway, I believe. The defense did not do matters much when it went up against Miami, but still, the fact that you can go toe to toe with Florida, that shows me, okay, this team has a chance. It looks like a beautiful Friday evening down in Denton, Texas. Those look pretty. Sun looks like it's a little bit glaring them, but hey, it's football weather. Who doesn't love a good game of football, am I right? Anyways, and of course, but enough of that. We need to talk about what happened last night, dude. What the hell happened to the Eagles, dude? Look at that. The Eagles. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. So they were just showing like the game is very big. They sold out. North Texas has sold out against South Florida. This is a historic game. I would definitely agree if you are North Texas. Guess what? You're undefeated. Your season is on the line. Undefeated season. So now you have to face, because guess what? Memphis, I believe they are the only team to be bowl eligible. They're the only team that is bowl eligible at this very moment. So I would think if North Texas win, I would hope they are ranked. By the way, we should definitely look this up. Has North Texas been ranked before? Has North Texas been ranked in college football? Let's see. Have they been ranked before? Let's see. They have only been ranked for a total of one time for 2 weeks. What just happened to my? What in the world just freaking happened? Am I still good? My freaking everything just, what in the world? What the heck? Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, guys. Let's see. I mean, it says you guys can hear me. But why? What the heck? Well, my docking station is all messed up right now. Are you kidding me? Hold on, bear with me, guys. I'm trying to fix this. I'm trying to fix this right now. Bear with me. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Can you even see my face? No, you can't even see my face at the moment. Where's my face? Like you can see the back. I mean, you can see the background from what I'm seeing, like from the camera feed. Oh my gosh, where happened to my face cam? Let's see, change that. There we go. Okay, hold on. All right, we're good. We're good. There's a little technical hiccup right there. All right. All right. We're okay. We are back. Good. But as I was trying to freaking say after that freaking hiccup happened, right? North Texas. Feel like they according to the sports reference, they have only been ranked only 2 weeks. Ever. And the 110 they were ranked, they were number 16. I think it's the Mountain Valley Conference or something. MVC. Yeah, the Missouri Valley Conference back in 1959. And they're on the verge of being ranked. This is huge. Like, this is definitely a game for Memphis because I bet none of these people were, most of the people in the stands are not lying. Look at that. Group of 5. Memphis, 40%. Old Dominion, 20%. North Texas, 15. Tulane, 13. 11, South Florida. The only surprising factor here, because 4 of the 5 teams are from the American Conference. But freaking Old Dominion on there. That's huge. That is a surprising factor right there. All righty. We are getting ready to go ahead. Oh, hold on. Here we go. And here we go. South Florida, North Texas. We're underway. And North Texas is going to get the ball from their own 25-yard line. Oh, that's much better. There we go. So I'm testing this out. So I went to scorecounter.com. So this is where I'm using the little scoreboard here for them. One of the streamers, Tom Grossi, rated was using this, and I thought, why not try to use it for the first time? I've never really done this before. All right, so Drew Mestamaker. He's a freshman. All right, shotgun formation, empty formation. And the Mestamaker, he's going to go ahead and roll to his right. He's going to throw this out of bounds. And that is going to be falling incomplete. So right now, North Texas is going to be facing second and 10. Now he has a running back with him. He's going to hand this one off. And that's going to be a tough run from South Florida right there. That is a definite tough run. Look at the roster. I'm going to look at the roster. Like I said, like I'm not like I said, like I'm not familiar with the roster. So I gotta go over there. There we go. That's much better. So 3rd and 11 here. Going down deep in the middle. Oh my gosh, he had a receiver freaking open. Bro had a receiver freaking open, and he did not catch a good wide open pass. Oh my gosh. You had to be kidding me. He was open at the 46. That was a clear-cut first down if he was able to catch that. Are you serious? So North Texas is going to start going 3 and out. Here comes this punt. And he's going to catch it at the 30 as his right foot will go out of bounds. That was Isaac, I believe, who was fair catcher. Here comes Byron Brown and the South Florida Bulls offense. Denton is going to get rare. Denton is going to get loud. Denton is definitely going to be a loud place to be. So Byron Brown, senior, definitely struggled against Miami, but he has been proven to be a solid quarterback. I believe he was ejected for a half, I believe, and then with him coming back at the first half, they still managed to win. And if I got to do the time, it is 14:04. And here comes the handoff, and going up the right hash, that is going to be about a 9-yard gain to the 45-yard line, I believe. No huddle, and here he goes, breaking free on the left side, and he is down. That looks like he's down by contact. They're going to say, yeah, they're going to spot him down. North Texas was trying to claim that he was down, but that was not the case. So they're going no huddle here. My mom calling in the cat. But catch on the sideline by Trey Williams. They're going just no huddle. I barely had the time to figure out who was getting it. But a little short pass. They're going to call that a first down off the sideline again. Tackle made by Smith Young. And then Byron Brown fumbles the ball. He's getting stripped. And North Texas gets the turnover. The first one of the game. North Texas got the turnover they needed after getting that crucial 3 and out. The ball just stripped out of his hands. Guy was throwing 14 on the play. That was a crucial fumble. We have 12. So that is North Texas ball right there. And we are 12:42 of the game so far. There we go. That's the magic. That is definite magic right there. But crucial turnover. USF had it going. They were going tempo. Like they did not want to stop. But North Texas, somebody, I know it was number 14, but for some reason that's not his number on the ESPN roster. But he just shot the gap and he just stripped the ball out of Brown's hand. He just took the ball out of Brown's hand and then somebody else recovered it. That is the crucial moment North Texas needed. Like it was while the other plays resulted in good amount of yardage. My goodness. But they needed one play on the defense, and that one play was all they needed. It was all they needed. So Wow. Yeah, I might go up to ESPN. Let me see. I want to see who, because it's my job. Because it's my job to give you guys the update of who did it, right? It's my job. It's my responsibility. I have to know. Let's see here. There you go. Play by play. That's what I need. I need it play by play. Sacked by Quentin Hammonds and Ethan Day recovered the ball. So, North Texas, can their offense do the work? We have to wait and see. Some of you may know because you're probably up ahead a lot more than I am. But guess what? Who cares? Who freaking cares? Iowa State versus Colorado. Ooh, that's going to be interesting. Arizona State and Utah. But hey, tomorrow we're going to do 2 games. We're going to do Indiana and Oregon. And then at 8 o'clock Eastern, we are doing a BYU versus Arizona. All righty. All right. North Texas starting their drive at their own 47-yard line. And here comes the handoff, and he is only going to get a yard gain on the play. And this one was carried by Caleb Hawkins. And they're going to go no huddle here. This is going to be crucial. That's the maker. He's going to roll to his right, throws it deep right side, and that is caught. And that is going to be caught by Dorner. That's going to be caught by Dorner, Cameron Dorner. What a brilliant catch. Don't wear the clock. So we're at 12:05, 12:04, 12:03. I'm a little behind. This is something really new to me, so bear with me on this. So Mesta Taker, that's his name, Mesta Taker. What a freaking throw. What a throw that was. Mesta Taker dropping back, pump fakes. He's going to throw to the middle. That was a good back down, incomplete with 11:44 remaining. And there's a flag on the play. Uh-oh, we got laundry. We're going to have our first penalties of the day. And that's going to be the first penalty of USF for the day. Oh, he was holding on Coleman's jersey. He was holding on to Moss Coleman. You cannot hold on to his jersey like that. That ain't good, Chief. That just ain't good, Chief. Mezzataker hands it off to Hawkins, and Hawkins will only going to get about a 3-yard gain. Don't worry, 11:35, 11:34. And, of course, there's another college football game on. Chapter Gainer 9 is also doing Washington, and it's going to do Washington and Rutgers. So that's going to be interesting game. That's going to be an interesting game. So North Texas has 2nd and 2 at the 12-yard line. They got, I think it's like a wing formation from what it looks like from here. Mezzataker is going to take the snap, throws a quick one to about the 9, and that is where Dorner is going to be tackled around the 9-yard line. So 3rd and short for the Mean Green. And then as North Texas, out of 9 of their 11 takeaways, they have scored a touchdown off of the takeaway. So North Texas, they're on the verge of trying to capitalize it, but can they score a touchdown? And that is where it matters. 33, pistol formation. Fakes the handoff. Mesa Taker throws it behind the sticks, but he's a yard short. He's a yard short. Does North Texas go for it? 10:09. So about 3 seconds. 3 seconds behind of the actual game clock. I say North Texas go for it. This is a ranked team. You got to take risks of trying to beat them. I say you go for it. You got to show fight. When you go up against a ranked opponent, you got to show fight. Mesa Taker still on the field, so that's exactly what North Texas is going to do. There's a quad formation on the top of the screen. Coleman goes in motion, and then we have gotten a timeout taken with about 3:91 to go. But a timeout will be taken from, what do you call it? Timeout will be taken by South Florida. So South Florida got to figure out. I mean, I feel like even when you call that, if you call a touchdown, if you call a timeout, North Texas is going to still go for it. It's 4th and 1. You're a yard away. And besides, you're deep in your territory because, like, if you did not make it, right, and you don't get any points, guess what? South Florida is going to be starting to wait in the back. They're going to be way deep in your own territory. So North Texas, if they force a 3 and out, they could be in prominent field position. So North Texas is still going for it. I would think they will still go for it. Eric Morris, 5-0 for the first time since 1959. And again, 1959 was the year they were ranked. They were number 16. Receiver in motion. They're going to hand it off to Hawkins. And Hawkins bulldozes his way. And he's going to be a yard or two short. And 1st and goal is coming up for the Mean Green. Here we go. And they're taking their time, and they're kind of taking their time too. They're going to be at the 3-yard line. Lots of substitution coming in for South Florida now. Caleb Hawkins, 140 last week and 2 tutties. Will he be a game changer coming up against USF? 2 running backs in the backfield. Mesa Taker is going to run it through the end zone, and that is a touchdown for North Texas. Mesa Taker, Drew Mesa Taker will take it with about 8:42 of the first quarter. So the turnover did result in a score. So that is something that a really good positive about North Texas. Most of the time there's a turnover that happened, a score is bound to happen. And that's exactly what North Texas did. And the extra point is up and good. North Texas is up 7-0 going for South Florida. How can South Florida not only answer to the strip sack, to the strip fumble, but also the strip sack, but also with a methodical scoring right there. Eric Morris, the head coach of North Texas, decided to go for it, and then they got the score just like that. Quentin Hammonds. That was a safety blitz, so nobody on South Florida decided to pick up the safety blitz when the forced fumble happened. And then, like I said, Ethan Day was the player that pounced on it. And that's all. That's pretty much all she wrote as of right now. So, yeah, I mean, so far, both teams show problems in the offense, but North Texas is winning on the defensive side of the ball. They're winning on the defensive side of the ball. I think that is a key. That is 100% key for South Florida. They are winning the defense. Because if USF can miss these turnovers, North Texas can just take advantage of it and just force these and just score points off of them. They did it just now. They can do it again. They can do it again. And we're only 8:42 left. So, like, I'm not saying a lot happened, but, like, we're not even the first halfway through of the fourth quarter of the first quarter. But some stuff happened. North Texas went 3 and out. USF was driving the ball downfield. They got strip sacked. North Texas recovered and got a touchdown. USF cannot turn over the ball. They just can't. They just can't. So, what could you do? Right? Like, tell me, like, what can you do? So, Aces Mercury. I believe if the Aces win one more time, they win the WNBA finals tonight. I think so. Next year, right? So they're having 2 new teams. They're having the Toronto Tempo, and then one from I think it's Portland, and they're bringing back. I believe they were bringing the team called Fire. Stone Cold Steve Austin was a North Texas linebacker from 85 to 86. I never freaking knew that. I never knew that. That is honestly incredible. I love that. He's a North Texas linebacker. Of course, Dwayne Line Johnson, Miami. Roman Reigns, Georgia Tech. John Cena, Springfield College. Bill Goldberg from Georgia. And Braun Breaker, Kennesaw State. Never knew. I never knew that. North Texas kicks the ball off, and that will be landing the end zone, resulting in a touchback. At South Florida will start the ball on their own 25-yard line. So, strip sack. How does the Bulls respond? How do they respond? I had the TV volume on low. I can hear the crowd. I know it's like a small-ish stadium, but it's getting loud. Brown is going to keep it to himself, and he's getting yardage. He's bulldozing his way. He gets about an 8-yard gain. He gets about an 8-yard gain, and they're going no huddle. They're going no huddle like in their first drive. And then Mekhi Davenport tries to hand it off again. He does get the first down, so that's going to be first down and 10 for South Florida. So Davenport gets the handoff. Receivers getting set now, shotgun. Brown, he's going to throw it under pressure. And that is going to be called for a 4-yard gain as he catches it on the sideline. And then that was Neptune, 81, who will get the catch. Christian Neptune. All right, so we have about 7:47. 7 minutes and 50 seconds. All right, let me go ahead and change that. And the clock will start on his signal. Hold on, Cat. The clock will stop on his signal. Big 10 years private capital deal vote. What the heck? Anyways. Brown's going to keep it. He gets a first down, and he will get tackled around midfield. That's a definite first down. And they're going tempo. Look at that, 28 seconds per play. My gosh. Brown throwing it deep, throwing it left side to the sticks. He does get the first down. The clock is going to keep on rolling. Rolling. What? and that was caught by Nimrod, who has been a stellar weapon for Byron Brown. And there's another fumble, and that's going to be North Texas ball again. What is going on now? Another fumble. 2 fumbles. Are you serious? This time it was a bad handoff. That was just a bad handoff. What are you doing, South Florida? What are you guys doing? What the world? I was literally talking about how their key was supposed to be the turnovers, and now South Florida fumbled the ball twice in 1 quarter. Are you serious? North Texas is gonna friggin' win this game if this keeps up at this rate. If these turnovers and if North Texas keeps scoring off of them. Because again, South Florida was driving. Byron Brown made some plays. Nimrod made a catch. Neptune made a catch. Davenport got a run. But right now, the mental mistakes, the fumbling, that is where it's just happening so bad. This is where, like, it is just, oh my gosh. This is not a good start for South Florida. If South Florida wins over this, I'll be impressed. To be honest, I'm kind of reminded of what happened with Georgia Tech when they faced Colorado, when Georgia Tech had 3 straight turnovers and they still managed to win the game. I'll be shocked or react the same way if South Florida manages to win this game. Because I mean, I know the whole thing. It's not about how you start, it's about how you finish, right? But golly. Oh my goodness. Hey, bro, where's Mackenzie McGill at? Has not, from as far as I know, he has not been running the ball lately. It has been Caleb Hawkins. Caleb Hawkins has been running the ball, but if we do see him running the ball, we will let you know. We will let you know. So right now, if you just tuning in, South Florida fumbled twice. They have indeed fumbled twice. And North Texas on the verge of scoring is going to be scoring once again. So, yikes. So that is definitely a yikers for South Florida. But we will keep an eye on Mackenzie McGill. But I believe the starting running back is Caleb Hawkins. They're shotgunning beers. We're shotgunning beers. There you go. Turnover number 2 for North Texas here. Mezzataker in pistol. Mezzataker. So again, he hit his handoff. Here's Mackenzie McGill. There he is with the run. That's about a 5 to 6 yard pickup from McGill. There you go. There's the play right there. North Texas once again going no huddle. Makes a handoff. Catch by the tight end, and he's going to step out of bounds around the 38-yard line, I believe. And the clock is going to be around 6:37, but I have 6:34. First time doing the scoreboard. All right, we could go back. Let's see. That was Brandon Young Jr. with the catch and run as he stepped out of bounds. Now in Bull territory at the 45-yard line. Dorner in motion. Mazataker, drop it back. He's going to go deep, throws a missile. Caught by Dorner, passes the 20, gets tackled around the 17 or 16-yard line. North Texas really taking advantage of these plays, taking the advantages of these turnovers. This is why they are such a threatening team in the American Conference, because they can take advantage of these turnovers. 57 yards already for Cameron Dorner. At the 17, I believe that's McGill in the backfield. McGill gets a carry, and he's going to try to go up the middle. Gets a gain of 3 on the play. So he got around 7-8 yards right now for McGill. And North Texas now inside the 20, trying to make South Florida pay for those fumbles, those costly fumbles. Trying to make it pay. We're about reaching the 5-minute mark of the first quarter. Empty backfield. Mazataker throws it, and that is picked off. That is picked off by South Florida, and he will be tackled around the 41-yard line. North Texas now has a turnover. 2-1 in turnovers. That was intercepted by Schuler. What is happening in this game? That was Jahalin Schuler, the linebacker, picking off a route. Picking off the route. Yoink! He just yoinked it. Thought that receiver was open, but he just cut that route. So right now, South Florida gets an interception. So now, can they capitalize? Brown tries to run. Passes 45, 50, 45, 40. Makes a spin move, and he will be down at the 34-yard line in North Texas territory. That's a big run. They got to go tempo. Both teams right now going tempo. And they're going to hand this one. They're going to hand this off to Donovan. Donovan tried to spin out of there. Gets a 7-yard gain at the 27-yard line, as he was running off to the left-hand side, to the left sideline. Byron Brown pump fakes. Ooh, that was an uncomfortable tackle right there, but that will be just enough for the first down for South Florida. As the clock keeps ticking, we are about 4 minutes remaining of the first quarter. Brown, and he wants to throw. Ball bats up, incomplete. So North Texas finally has to stop. They got to catch a breather. Yeah, he did. He did get a chance to get a hand onto the ball. So they had a wide open player. And then running back gets about 5 on the play. Now I'm a little bit behind now, so 3:40, so about 6 seconds behind. So I'm 6 seconds behind. That's okay. We're just gonna be okay. Brown and shotgun at the 20. Hands it off to Donovan. Donovan gets a 5-yard gain. He is a yard short. A yard or 2 short of a first down. Does South Florida want to go for it? I say yes. I say go for it. I say go for it. It's Nakai Davenport, not Makai. 4th and 2. Brown keeps it past the 10. Gets tackled at the 8 or the 7-yard line. Gets a new fresh set of downs. Now is goal to go opportunity for the Bulls. Brown keeps it past the 5, and that is touchdown, South Florida. The clock keeps on rolling. The clock stops around 2:38. Hopefully that was not one too much. I have not known yet. I had to wait for the extra point. South Florida extra point is up, and that is good. So now we are tied at 7-7 with a 7-7 ball game. North Texas will get the ball next. But intriguing things to see. So now we have So now we had 3 turnovers in one game. So right now it's kind of like you're having a balance of offense and defense play. Tempo has been a threatening weapon for both sides of the ball because you're not really giving yourself a lot of time to get your players settled down, try to readjust everything. But at the same time, North Texas got 2 takeaways. South Florida has 1 takeaway. So in a way, turnovers are becoming a big part of the deal because now both teams got points off of those turnovers. So this is where it's glorious. This is where this game is going to get glorious. But how glorious or how much of a good game are we going to get? Don't know. North Texas is going to let that go past the end zone and for a touchback. Colonel Riegman, first interception of the year. Bear. Oh, yeah. Massa Taker threw I think that was his first interception, right? Dang, that was his first pick. So, like I said, South Florida has a good defense. It's a good defense. Massa Taker, first interception in 165 passing attempts. Sounds the longest streak since 2000. That's a while. That's a long time. Here's the handoff. And he will only get about 2 yards. Caleb Hawk is only going to get 2 yards off of the play. So, Massa Taker now has to realize that he has to be very careful with the ball. You can go tempo, but you can't get too hasty. You can't get too hasty with it. Massa Taker dumps it off to Hawkins, and Hawkins gets flipped over in the air. No gain on the play. Well, good defense by the Bulls. And we're just under 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. All righty. 3rd and 7. So 3rd and long situation. Hawkins going to Massa Taker. Now he's going to be right on Massa Taker's left. Takes a snap. Massa Taker, he's looking, goes deep in the middle, finds his man, and that is a first down. That is going to be around the 48-yard line. And that was caught, I believe, by Young, That was Wyatt Young with the good catch. Now at the 47, Massa Taker throws in the middle again, finds Coleman. Lost the ball for a bit, but he still hung on to it. That's to the 37, I believe. We have about a minute remaining here. They're going fast. They want to score before the quarter ends. At the 37. Massa Taker, the rhythm is there. Throwing off the back foot. Hawkins gets the first down. Just breaking tackles left and right. Clock only stopped temporarily with 43 seconds remaining. But, oh, man. We might go for one more play or two depending on what is happening, what's going to happen. But, oh, baby. 100, 9 for 13, 117 yards of 1 INT. Gonna hand out to McGill. McGill gets the first down. Past the 5, 6 arms. That is touchdown for North Texas. It's Mackenzie McGill. Evolve J. There's your guy right there, and he just got the touchdown. North Texas will retake the lead after the tie. 23 yards to Mackenzie McGill. Tempo. What am I telling you? It's deadly. That's what, if you recall that quote, that was Chris Fowler when they were when it was Oregon and Florida State. And he once said, tempo is deadly. And that right there proves that tempo is indeed deadly. Mackenzie McGill will get the touchdown. But all I can say, yes. Yes, and yes, and yes. Indeed. Yes, indeed. So we have 12 seconds. We're probably going to do one play from the Bulls. And we are going to end the second quarter. And then we're going to go to the second quarter. Just one guy. Everybody's wearing black. And there's just one guy in the stands wearing the banana suit. Just wearing the stupid banana suit. But yeah, the crowd looks packed crowd in Denton. North Texas kicks it off. And he's going to take it from a 3. And he is going to get tackled around the 20-yard line. And he's going to get tackled on the 25-yard line. A little skirmishing. Both teams have been a little skirmishing. Alabama, Missouri. Could be a good one. See what Missouri can do against Alabama. Oklahoma against Texas. Texas they're a little bit in a deep hole. Georgia taking on Auburn. They're on a major win streak against Auburn. I think they're on 8 in a row now. And Cornell is facing Harvard. Oh, we got Ivy League schools going at it. But Harvard's winning 14-0. One more play. Brown dropping back. He's looking. He wants to go deep, which he does. And that is going to get intercepted by North Texas. That's 3 turnovers in 1 quarter for South Florida. What is South Florida doing? Are you serious? Wow. 3 turnovers in 1 quarter. That ain't ideal, Chief. That is not ideal, Chief. Oh my gosh. Oh, heck, man. What is South Florida doing? What? Oh, my goodness. They really had 3 turnovers in 1 quarter. Three turnovers. Because dang. I mean, no, seriously, 3 turnovers. 1 in the first quarter. 3 turnovers in the first quarter. How did I thought South Florida was going to be a very competitive team here. I thought they were going to be a very competitive team. How are we doing this? How is South Florida doing this? That's honestly unbelievable. I thought this would be the Jet. I thought it was going to be like the team like the Jets doing this, which I think they're going to do when they play against the Broncos in London. But still, really, okay, all right. That is going swell. Hey, what are you going to do in the last play? All right, I'll just throw an interception. North Texas, it got you 3 turnovers. One of them was what scored points off of it. They can do it again. You pretty much give them a pumple because they're at your own 40, South Florida. If this is the way you're going to go out, this is not the game now. This is an historic matchup for North Texas, for the Mean Green. Like, come on. I was expecting better. Like, I'm expecting better from South Florida. I just did not expect them to turn over the ball this much already this early. Because I thought this would be like Florida State against Oregon when they have 5 turnovers in one game. Oh, we got some laundry. They're going to say false start? False start on North Texas. We got some laundry for the first time since a holding call on South Florida. First quarter, 3 turnovers. 7 turnovers in the last 5 quarters for this team. Man. First and 15 now. And that's going to be another false start because the receiver flinched. That's going to be another false start because Simeon Evans flinched at the bottom of your screen. Back-to-back false starts. Might as well just have call a holding call and then be that. Now they're at the 44 now. Heading off to McGill. McGill going left, and he's going to get tripped up. He's lost like 4 yards on the play. Not a good start for North Texas in the second quarter now. 2 false starts, and you get a bad tackle for loss. Good tackle by Lee Jr. Just aiming for the legs. That's what you do if you are a defender. You got to go for the legs where they are just powerless without them. Miss a taker. He's going to drop back. Safety blitz. And that's a caught for a gain of 5. So they pretty much got the 5 yards back. But you're still stuck at 3rd and 20 now. You're still stuck at 3rd and 20. That was Trey Williams, a tight end with the catch. Does North Texas want to go for it, or are they just going to give it up and just trying to pin South Florida deep? Is that what North Texas is going to do? They're in 20. They're playing soft now. Taker goes deep right side, just over the receiver of Young, and that is going to be 3 and out for North Texas. So kind of a shame going off a quick 3 and out after the interception to set them up in the second quarter, but net yards wise, they only went back 10. because of those 2 false start penalties. I think that's kind of what that is what kind of set North Texas a bit backwards right there. 13:44 remaining. I'm gonna wait until they get to that clock. Just bear with me. Again, we're all not perfect. We're just equal. We're all humans at the end of the day. Punt almost blocked. Call from the 7, passes to 20, spins his way, and he gets down at the 24-yard line to have Byron Brown start on their drive and attempt to tie the game with North Texas. Yeah, so South Florida, I mean, if this is a way to they have them tie the game, this is the drive that they got to tie the game. They got to tie the game. I'm sorry I'm going to keep on talking about this, but I'm shocked that South Florida did do 3 turnovers. That's what's shocking. College football, Danville. It is a thing of beauty. Oh, by the way, can I just show you guys something? Look at these Oregon unis, dude. Those look so good. I love their blackouts. And the helmet, I'm digging the Kelly Greens. Oh my goodness. I mean, the last time they wore this pattern was the Big Ten championship game against Penn State. Except they had a silver O instead of the wings. This is the first time they're wearing it with the wings. This slaps. I think these are my favorite. I know, like I'm an Oregon fan and I'm being biased. I don't care. Even if I was, these unis slap. They freaking slap. They look amazing. They look amazing. I don't know what to tell you. They slap. They outright slap. South Florida needs to pull their offense together. And of course, my cat wants to come in. Well, at least the cat wants in while there's commercials, which I'll take. The Aces are beating the Mercury 28-19. Come on, cat. Yeah, 28. Yeah, so the Vegas Aces wins this game. That means they win the WNBA Finals. That's a lot of commercials tonight. Yeah, so in about 30 minutes. Washington versus Rutgers. So like once this game's to halftime, we're gonna switch the game for about 20 minutes and see what Rutgers versus South Florida have going on. So that's going to be the deal. But I would say the atmosphere, North Texas, great atmosphere. South Florida, 1st and 10. Brown will hand this one off, and only about a 2-yard gain on the play. Two-yard gain on the play. They're going tempo once again. Brown dropping back. He's going to throw right side. Pass through the sticks. Gets the first down. He will get down around the 39-yard line. That is a quick first down for South Florida. Brown going tempo once again. He's going to keep it to himself. Goes for the right sideline. He will be stepped out of bounds around the 45, I believe. But the clock will stop temporarily, so the tempo will stop for now. Keep forgetting about the clock going back. Tries to try to regain his bounds, but that is going to be only losing yards right there, I believe. And before it was Sam Franklin, I believe, it was on the run. Sorry, I'm so slow. 3rd and 4. Byron Brown going on to change audibles now. Brown takes a snap, dropping back. He's going to throw to the right sideline and gets his man. And he's going to be down around the 40 or the 39-yard line. And that is going to be a first down for South Florida. That was Wyatt Sullivan, the tight end, making the catch and run. South Florida going tempo again. That's going to be the theme tonight again. Brown's going to hand this off to Franklin. Franklin going the right hash, only picks up about 4 on the run. So you look at time in between plays. Let's see how long it takes to get to the play. Took him exactly 10 seconds. There's a quick pass off to Nimrod. Nimrod tries to stiff arm. He does get to the 6 around to the 28-yard line. Are they going to say he is? Okay, I was about to say, there's no way they're saying he's short. He passed the line. But Nimrod trying to stiff arm, does not escape. So now they're at North Texas 30. So they're getting closer and closer to try to tie the game again when they were 7-7. I see Brown will keep it to himself. Throws it to Nimrod. Nimrod gets a gain of 4 as he will get tackled out of bounds. And the clock will stop at 10:36, but Bonnie is a little delay because I'm an idiot. 11 seconds this time in between plays. Brown going for the end zone, going deep. He finds a wide open man, but it was overthrown, incomplete. He was looking for Porter on the right side of the end zone. Oh, man, that is unfortunate stuff. He was open. He was looking for Porter. He was looking for Joshua Porter. With 10:25 remaining in his 3rd and 6. 9 plays, 3 minutes and 7 seconds in. It's going to be a long battle between 2 teams. Porter in motion. Brown, he's going to try to run, which he's going to do. Trucks his way, gets a first down, gets down to the 19-yard line. They are officially inside the red zone. And South Florida is going to go ahead and try to go tempo again, catching North Texas off guard if they can. He hands it off to Sam Franklin. Sam Franklin only gets about 5 yards on the play. So that's a decent run from some help of the offensive lineman, of course. So now we'll be 2nd down and 5, going tempo. Brown dropping back. He's going to go for the end zone once again. 1-on-1. And that is a good catch. Touchdown. South Florida. They're an extra point away from tying the game. That is Jeremiah Koger with the catch in the end zone. 1-on-1. Brown tested the 1-on-1 coverage. He tested it. He's just a little tad higher, so there's a little bit of advantage for Koger. But a little bit of a height difference is what you needed. And the cornerback never even looked back for the ball. So that is a little bit of a mistake there. So we are back with a tie game. Hold on, let me fix the timeouts here. There we go. So we are back with a tied game at 14. So right now, this game has interesting stakes right now. So we are both offenses are offensing. So they are moving the ball, of course. There have been some good defenses. 3 turnovers for USF, only one for North Texas, and we're still in a tie game. Feel like if it wasn't, I felt like if it wasn't for the turnovers, USF would be winning. They would be winning. The strip sack because South Florida could not pick up the blitz, and then you have the missed handoff. Felt like that was what something was missing on the play. So, so BYU. So that's a game like I was having trouble because it's like I'm trying to cover teams because I try to cover with teams that I have never covered before. So I decided, okay, again, an interesting game with some things on the line. Not a game that is too late, nor is too late. So why not 8:00 So why not BYU versus Arizona? And that's that right there. So there you go. All right. So, Mesa Taker. Both teams, like I said, I think because how explosive they can be on the offense, I believe that the one thing that will make a difference would be defense. Right now, North Texas is winning that battle, but look at this right now. It's 14-14. Because two of the three turnovers, North Texas never scored. If they would have scored on both of the two remaining turnovers, it would have been 28-14. And USF scored on the North Texas only turnover as well. Christian Helms, he was a walk-on. Huh. Who loves a good walk-on? Yeah, the neon green of the Bulls. Those slap. Those are good. Wasn't like South Florida building like an NFL, like building not an NFL stadium. Were they building like their own stadium? I think they are. I feel like that would definitely benefit South Florida because Temple plays at the Eagle Stadium, and then like they could not fill the stadium, obviously. And then Pitt, I mean, they're using Heinz Field, but at least they can fill up that stadium. So it's like, what's the excuse? Touchback for North Texas. North Texas, like, look at this. 32 to 25 plays, 189 to 160, 9 minutes and 23 for South Florida, and 11 minutes top for North Texas. They're going to get more right now. A little bit even tonight. A little even tonight. So Drew Mazataker. Mazataker, hand off, and that will be batted down, incomplete. And there's going to be a flag on the play. This could be a little bit of holding or pass interference on the South Florida. And it looks like the game is experiencing some audio difficulties. So South Florida is going to get their second penalty of the day, depending on what they're discussing on. But regardless, that might be first down North Texas. Pass interference for the defense. That penalty is declined. Personal foul. Hands to the face. No siree. No siree. You cannot have that. You cannot let that happen. At least I apologize for that. 9:32 remaining. Play action. Mezataker throws a quick one as an RPO, and that is going to be caught by Dorner. Gets the first down for North Texas, and now they're going to be past, I think they're past midfield. Yes, to the 47 of Bull territory. Mezataker. Play action. He's going a little deep left side, and that's going to be out of bounds, incomplete. Hold up again. We got another thing of laundry. South Florida doing it again with pass interference. Are we doing this again? Have mercy. Have mercy. What are you doing? Bro just shoved him out of bounds. He shoved him out of bounds. I know he turned around and looked for the ball, but you can't just shove him out of bounds. Come on. Gotta be better than that. And the head coach is livid. He is livid. He is livid after that penalty. Caleb Hawkins will only get about 4 or 5 yards on the run. Is there another flag? He's angry. Yeah, there's another flag. Sideline warning on South Florida. I hear the crowd. You can hear the crowd saying "F you, refs." But wow, not good for South Florida now. Mezataker handing it off to Hawkins. Hawkins tries to escape, but he's going to get stuffed. Well, no gain on the run, so 3rd and 4 is what you're looking at for North Texas. So 3rd and 3. Excuse me. Empty backfield. Look, 5 wide outs now. Mezataker. Empty backfield. Snap. Here comes the blitz, and he throws it just in time before he got sacked, and he gets it to about the 21 to 20-yard line. Catch made by Miles Coleman. And now it'll be enough to move the sticks for the Mean Green. So you have a top receiver. Mezataker. Batted up in the air. Incomplete. Batted up. It was batted up. Incomplete. I think incomplete. I think, okay, so sometimes I'm a little confused with the clock, like the game clock. So if it's like if you run out of bounds, it stops temporarily, but the clock keeps rolling. But if it's incomplete, but if it's thrown incomplete, then it completely stops the clock. And Hawkins try to run up, he's going to get a gain of 5. And we are halfway through the second quarter, and then we have about 7, and we, of course, you can see the clock. We have that much time remaining until halftime. So again, North Texas is looking at another 3rd and 5 situation. North Texas is trying to take the lead again. A little shotgun formation here. Mezataker dropping back. He's looking. Good blocking. Young makes a catch, but he's a yard short. Do they go for it? Do they go for it? right. They're still on the field. You're a yard away. You got like I said before, if you go up against a ranked team, you got to take chances. You can't. There's no need of playing safe. If you got to be a good team, you got to take chances. And this is what Wildcat, the wide receiver, Young is under center. He's gonna keep it to himself. Run to the end zone. That is touchdown for North Texas. Wyatt Young, Wildcat, fakes the handoff to Caleb Hawkins and runs it into the middle himself for the end zone for 11 yards. Wow. Like, everybody just went after Caleb. Everybody just went after Hawkins. They just went after Hawkins. They just went after Hawkins. Kick is up and it's good. So North Texas is leading by 7 again. South Florida hasn't really had the lead, but they had a couple of times. But look at that. Like, they thought Hawkins had it. One person even tackled him. But nobody decided to chase after Young. Nobody decided to chase after Young. North Texas is playing competent. They're playing good ball. Like, now, like, imagine North Texas and Navy. Like, that is going to be such a banger of a game. Like, when the season comes, that game is going to be a flippin' banger. It's offense. Like, there's still some bat downs. Like, this is not like, I mean, yes, I mean, it looks like it's going to be like an offensive game, which I know it's going to be, but like, there were some bat downs. There were some early turnovers that they are kind of making a difference. They were kind of making a difference. So about 13 minutes. I think that's on. What channel is it on? Rutgers and Rutgers and Washington. Not quite sure. Let me go ahead and check when that game is going to be on. Oh, the Mariners and Tigers are in the game 5. I haven't really paying attention a lot to playoff baseball, but Mariners right now are in the lead 1-0. Let's see. Yeah, Rutgers, Washington. Okay, so it's at Washington, Fox 1. Also at the same time, Fresno State and Colorado State. So we can kind of go flip. We can kind of go back and forth to see how both of those games going because they start around the same time. But you know what team, as of right now, is doing surprisingly well? Kennesaw State. They're playing ball. Kennesaw State playing ball. Well, the one I'm kind of disappointed is Sam Houston. They were in the conference. They were in the Conference USA championship game, and right now, and they're 0-6. They took a loss to Jacksonville State. And then the Wildcat. And everybody thought, like, they thought he was going to run it, but that was just not the case there. And then that's going to be called for, that's going to be a touchback for South Florida. So back to the 25. 6 minutes and 12 seconds remaining. I told you, 4th and 1s. Those 4th and 1s are game changers. No matter how like in close situations, they are game changers. They're an absolute game changers. Brown dropping. He's going to roll to his right, and he's going to throw on the run. Catch is made for a 7-yard gain. And that was caught by Singleton, Keyshawn Singleton. Tempo again. This time, and that's going to be a first down run for the Bulls. That was by Alvin Isaac with the run. Dropping back. Byram, he's going to get sacked. He is going to get sacked. That's going to be the second sack of the day. Man, that was Sadiq Clements with the sack. So sack number 2 coming from North Texas. That is going to be a 6-yard loss for the Bulls. Back up now at the 32 now. Brown, he's going to try to run it, but he got sacked again. And who's this again? It's Sadiq Clements. Another tackle for loss on the quarterback. North Texas is playing competent ball. Is North Texas the real deal? Are they the real deal? North Texas trying to do a screen, but that went nowhere. All play, like, ever since they reset the chains, every play went nowhere. Because Byron got sacked not once but twice, and then they tried to do a screen on a 4th and 19, and that ended up going nowhere. That's a crucial stop for North Texas. Those sacks made the difference. I believe who had the ball? Who had the ball first? It was North Texas that went 3 and out. So South Florida gets the ball in the second half. It's a good line drive punt, and they're going to go roll to the 26. All right. Baker Mayfield. I forgot Baker Mayfield was Texas Tech. I'm Patrick Mahomes. Cam Ward, Incarnate Word. I forgot Cam Ward was Incarnate World. John Mateer. He was in Washington State. Chandler Morris. Isn't Chandler Morris now? He's not in UVA. He's in Virginia. Huh. He's winning games over there now with Virginia. That's a surprise. That's a surprising team also for this year. Virginia. They're upsetting number 8, Florida State. All righty. North Texas now. Drew Mesetaker. Coleman in motion. Mesetaker, he's going to go right sideline, and that is a catch. Fars out of bounds. That is Cameron Dorner. That is Cameron Dorner with a catch. He's been a weapon tonight. 83 yards with 5 catches now. Doing the work. No, say both offenses are doing the work, but North Texas is winning the defensive side of the ball. Coleman in motion. Mesetaker. Throw to the middle, and that is going to be incomplete. Catch intended to Cameron Dorner. 3 minutes and 2 seconds remaining, so we are close to the 2-minute warning now. So, not a passing touchdown, but he got that one rushing touchdown. He did throw that interception that did lead to a score. Drew Mesetaker. Handing off to McGill. McGill spinning his way. And I'm a little late with the countdown. So 2:53, 2:52. So about 5 seconds behind. Mesetaker. I think it's Mesetaker. I think I've been saying Mista Taker. I think it's Mista Maker. Maybe I did, but who knows, right? So 2.5 minutes. So South Florida needs to get ready to get the ball and take advantage because they get in the ball in the second half. Mista Maker dropping back, steps up. He's going to go on the run, and he's going to get the first down, and he's going to get tackled around at the 50. And we might go to the 2-minute warning here. But that was a really good play for him stepping up. If he had never stepped up, that was a sack. You would not have picked up the first down. And it looks like we have reached the 2-minute warning in Denton, Texas. So North Texas needs to score. USF will get the ball. They cannot turn over the ball whatsoever for South Florida. So South Florida can have the ball for 2 consecutive possessions. Before halftime and after the half. North Texas needs to score. They want to keep the motivation, keep the drive alive. They cannot turn over the ball at all costs right now. No siree. No siree. That's just not what it is, Chief. Oh, Invincible is getting a season 4. Mm-hmm. Ah, all right. It's Monday night. Are they doing oh, that's right. They're doing 2 Monday night games. They're doing a lot of those 2 Monday night football games now. Because week 4 was what was week 4? Week 4 was Jets Dolphins and Broncos Bengals. And then now this week 6 for the NFL, it's Bills Falcons, and now they're doing Bears Commanders. Like, why are we and also why? I mean, I don't mind having 2 football games on Monday night to show a game at 7 and show one of the West Coast teams at 10 o'clock. But why try to show 2 games at the same time? I don't understand that. I don't get that. It's either you get 2 great games, or you get 1 game, 1 good game, 1 bad game, or 2 bad games. 2 bad games for the price of 1. But beats me. It's their decision. It's their decision. So, can you really fault for that? No, not really. But oh my goodness. Steve Carell and John Krasinski. It's been 20 years since The Office came out. My goodness. I know I'm a little late of The Office because obviously I'm not as old, but yeah. That's the show I gotta try to get back into, get back watching The Office. But honestly, like I'm also watching Parks and Rec. I like Parks and Rec. Just Chris Pratt before like he was becoming like a big movie star. He's amazing in that. He's amazing in that show. Alrighty, we're back on the 2-minute warning at the 50. So plenty of time for North Texas and all 3 timeouts. Play action. Going deep. And that's going to be intercepted by South Florida. Oh, man. That's a taker. What are you doing, man? That's a second interception tonight. Oh, why would you do that? That was Jones. I think it was, yep, that was him. That was Jonas Duclona with the interception. It looked like the one of the running back, I believe, lost. I think he lost track of where the ball was. So guess what? South Florida now has the chance. That was Landon Sides. Oh, wait a minute. Are we reviewing it? Yeah, 2 timeouts. I mean, at least they had 2 timeouts. It's not one. I mean, it's 1 minute 52 seconds, and the clock stops temporarily after they get it. But now they're at the 15 now. So a little deep in their territory, but that's fine. It's South Florida's ball. That's what it matters. That's what matters now. They will get the ball in the second half. Brown throws to the middle. High catch. Still on his feet. He hasn't touched. So that is going to be a first down. Clock will stop temporarily. I don't know why the clock is still rolling. That's a first down. They got to reset the clock because that was the first down. The clock is still rolling. It's at 1:33. I thought it will stop at 1:44. Thank you. That's exactly what I did. See, look, I'm already doing a better job than that. Come on, you got to give me credit for that now. You got to give me better credit for that now. Brown's going to try to run it now, and he's only going to get about 4 yards on the run. So now the clock is going to start. They're going to start ticking. A minute 30 now remaining. Clock keeps going. South Florida's got to go. Brown, he's scrambling. He's going to roll to his right. Jukes a mean green defender. Does not get a first down again. He gets to about the 32. You're spending more time juking than you are getting the ball. Just get the yards you need. Don't spend a lot of time juking. Just get the yards that you need. Minute remaining now. Byron Brown. He's going a little deep. Caught, incomplete. Good defense from North Texas. That was a good defensive play. That was intended. I forgot who was that was intended to Singleton. But North Texas now gets the ball back with 3 timeouts. That was David Fisher with the deflection. So 51 seconds remaining. North Texas has 3 timeouts. Punt is away. Oh, and he muffed his punt! That's going to be first down, South Florida. Oh, my gosh. Oh, the mental errors again. It was Miles Coleman. He muffed it. That's a muffed punt. Oh, gosh. Miles Coleman. Oh, no, dude. You have got to be kidding me. 3 turnovers now for each team. North Texas just suffered 2 turnovers in the second quarter. That was Cedric Hawkins with the fumble recovery after the muff punt. And guess what? They're at the 17. 2 timeouts. Brown going on the right, and he gets past the 10, does go out of bounds, but the clock says he's going to keep on rolling. But the clock stops at 35 seconds. Does somebody call a timeout? Looks like South Florida has called their, I think they just called their second timeout. Once the bottom line shows up, I will definitely correct the amount of timeouts that each team is using. Again, why showing 2 Monday Night Football games on primetime television around the same time? I don't understand that. It's like if it involves one of my teams, like I'm not even bothering to watch the other team. I'm just going to watch. I'm not going to bother watch the other game. I would rather watch my own team. Three turnovers. That blows. Yep. So one timeout remaining from you for USF. So now 2nd and 1. Aces are in the Vegas Aces are leading halftime 54-38. So they have 20 minutes left. Mariners still leading against the Tigers at the top of the 4th, 1-0 against the Tigers. Game 5 now. You win or you go home. That's how it works. Man, Maker, 2 interceptions, no passing touchdown. I know he had that 1 rushing touchdown, but both teams have been turning over the ball like bad times. Here we go. 2nd down and 1. Brown keeps it to himself, gets the first down, shakes a tackle. Temporarily stops the clock at 27 seconds. And Brown's going to keep it again, but gets nowhere this time at the 2. And the clock is still running. They don't want North Texas a chance. And Brown's going to keep it again. And he's stopped at the 2. Now, it stops at 4 seconds. South Florida had no choice but to use their final timeout. Do they risk a touchdown? They're at the 2. They are at the 2. Do they go for the touchdown? Or keep it safe and kick a field goal? North Texas can score a good amount, so South Florida needs to. I say South Florida would need to score. South Florida has to score. Tie it up at 21. I think that is a must. I think it's a must. Because you gotta throw the okay. So they're giving them 5 seconds. So they're giving it 5 seconds. Oh, I can hear the loudness. I gotta look up what's the capacity of North Texas Stadium. Because the crowd noise, it's there. All right, 3rd and goal, 5 seconds. They gotta throw this one so they get another chance. And hang on, we got another timeout. That's gonna be on North Texas. Because they want to make sure that they gotta get themselves ready defensively. Because you have 5 seconds. Here's the thing. It is hard to get another play when there's 5 seconds. I feel like it takes at minimum, not when you're kneeling or not when you're kneeling or spiking, but minimum, it takes about 4 seconds to get a play off. if you're trying to get a quick pass for about 2-3 yards. But that is only if your first read is open. Because if your first read is not open, then you're wasting time. You might as well throw it away to get more points or try to get another chance or another crack for some points. That's an issue for sure. Here we go. They can't use any more timeout. So this is the real deal. Brown rolls to his right. Throws a wide open receiver in the end zone. That is touchdown, South Florida. 2 seconds remaining at the half. 2 seconds remaining. Jonathan Eccles with 2 yards. They thought it was the run because a lot of the times it was Byron Brown just running it. Because the running game has been strong for South Florida. But everybody had their eyes on Brown, and nobody realized Eccles just chilling in the backfield. It's like, hey, I'm open. Nobody has come to mind that he was just open in the backfield. We're tied at 21. We are tied at 21. What? Where is he? Is he? Because he thought he was going to block. He just sits through. It's like, excuse me. Here, I'm open. Just a corner route. Everybody thought he was going to block. They just let him go. Oh, my goodness. 229 yards total offense for North Texas. South Florida has 228. Both teams have 3 turnovers. Rutgers gets a touchdown over Washington. Okay. It's a quick touchdown. But that's okay. But that's all right. But yeah, so for the next 20 minutes, we'll take a look at Rutgers and Washington. We will definitely take a look at that. So South Florida scores, and guess what? They get again. They're going to go for a squib kick now. And they will be tackled, and we are halftime. So we are at the half now. So it is 9:12 or 6:13 in your Pacific time. So for the time being, as we wait, let me go ahead and remove that for right now because we are going to head over to University of Washington and watch Rutgers on over Fox Sports 1. Oh yeah, there's baseball. I think that's the Mariners game, I believe. Is that the only Game 5? Game? I wonder if that's the only Game 5 that we have. I would think so. Yeah, Tigers and Mariners. Here, let's see. There we go. That's just what I need. There you go. There you are. All right, let's take a look at Rutgers and Washington. Let's take a look at that game. Ooh, Washington were into blackouts. I kind of like that. Here's my opinion with Washington, right? I don't hate Washington. Like, I get Washington is Oregon's big drive, but I don't hate Washington. I think Washington's a nice team. I believe Washington is a nice team to look for, especially in the Big Ten. They got that big comeback win over Maryland, and Maryland was one of the remaining unbeaten teams, and they just lost and they choke against Washington. Damon Williams, he was a freshman last year. We saw a little bit of him in the end of the season, but right now he's becoming a crucial part under Jed Fish's offense. Same time, I'm a little worried about Oregon facing Washington. I think Of course, the Cascade Clash. That's going to be a crucial matchup. Next week, Oregon's going to face Rutgers. Rutgers ain't. That's not a team you can constitute as an easy win. Rutgers can have a good fight. Oh, look at the quarterback go. Denman Williams. Holy crap, the speed. And he gets swept under his feet. Gets to the 50. Denman Williams. Whoo, baby. What a run. What a freaking run. What a freaking run. I do dig the gold. I like the gold. I like the gold face masks. I think they look cool too. Don't they look cool, Cat? I think they look cool. Yeah, he gets to the 40, 48. Try to do a little end around, and he just lost the ball. He just like yeet. But I think he does get the first down. That's Lawson on the end around for Washington. So yeah, so if you're joining now, we are currently at halftime with South Florida, North Texas. Both teams are very even. They committed 3 turnovers on each side. Yeah, so they committed turnovers on each side. Oops. Okay, we're good. Okay, I think I'm all right. But yeah. They're just getting first downs. That's a big run again. Oh, like he just kept. I feel like if Coleman just stayed on his feet, he would have been gone he would have just gone running for a touchdown. Yeah, so you remember last year when if you guys have seen Thomas before, Thomas is he's a Washington fan, right? He's a Washington fan. And I did for the first time calling. I called 2 games at once. Excuse me. That was not good. I did Virginia Tech, Miami, and then Rutgers versus Washington, and the kicker missed, and the kicker kind of costed Washington the game, and Thomas was like losing his crap over it. And Williams, he was trying to throw it, but he got hit as he was throwing it. But I call it complete. No, that would have been a fumble. You would have had to hit him very hard after that. The Browns play the Steelers. Okay. Because right now I'm seeing on the bottom line that Shedeur Sanders is backing up Dylan Gabriel. And Bailey Zappi's on the practice squad after the Browns traded Joe Flacco to the Bengals. Williams, pressure. Whoa, ball way up in the air. Incomplete. So now 4th and 7, so they're probably going to settle it for a field goal. Oh, yeah, that's a pressure. I heard rumors saying that Jed Fish could be the next head coach for UCLA. How are we doing? And yes, of course. Jesus, this game. Don't know I don't know what he's doing today. I do not know. And and I was just saying about Thomas, about him missing a kick. He did it again. Oh my goodness, like reliving 2024 again. Oh, and by the way, if you don't know what the score is for South Florida and North Texas, there you go. 21 apiece. So 21 apiece. South Florida committed 3 penalties. North Texas 2. Both teams had 3 turnovers. 3 turnovers. So that is that right now. Yeah. Yeah, my score. Yeah, so the score bug. This is something new I'm doing. So this is a score bug. This is a new score bug. I'm practicing on doing this now. So I might do this for now on because I think it will be easier to keep having everybody keep on track of how much. Because I think the problem with the scoreboard that I've been doing was pretty much here. Where's the old one? No, the old one. So if you remember, so when I do StreamYard, right? This will be like my scoreboard, right? But I decided to go with a little bit of approach and added this. So it's like it's still there, but it's like because I was watching Sunday Night Football because I was watching Tom Grossi. He was streaming Patriots and Bills, and we rated this. There was a Bills fan, and he was using this. It's called ScoreCounter.com, and he was using that scoreboard. I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to give this a try. One question: why'd you make the text green? USF's green, North Texas green. So why not? I might. So I think for next time, for the next games, because tomorrow we're going to do Indiana and Oregon. That we're going to do Indiana versus Oregon at 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific, and then at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific, we're doing the BYU and Arizona. So I might change the color to blue because it's like the logo on the top left, right? The J and the R, blue and yellow. That's kind of like my signature colors. I feel like I should use more of the signature colors. So might make this like a little lighter shade of blue. The Mormons and the kitty cats. You ain't wrong, brother. You ain't wrong. Who does Louisville play? Or are they on the bye this week? Are they on the bye this week? We're on the bye? Okay. I'm going to check who you guys is playing next, though. You know me. Because right now, oh boy, okay. Because right now, until around 9, so we're about 10 minutes, we're gonna go back. Oh, you guys play Friday night against Miami? Oh, dude, that's gonna be rough. That's gonna be rough. That's a toughie. That's a toughie. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you can beat Miami, dude, that's gonna be huge. LSU Vanderbilt. Ooh. Little dumb pass. He's down to the 25. Oregon next week. We're going to Piscataway against Rutgers. Ole Miss, Georgia. I think that's going to be game day. Texas Tech, Arizona State. That's going to be good. Tennessee, Alabama. What the freak? So many good games. So quite a few games next week. Let's see here. If we beat Miami, Virginia lose means nothing. I mean, yeah, Virginia. I mean, both of you guys are really good teams. Like Virginia is a surprisingly good team, right? Question: who does Virginia play, or are they on the bye? Let's check and see. They're on the bye this week. What about next week? Virginia. They're on the bye week for 2 weeks? Oh, no. They play Washington State. They're playing Washington State. Okay. If Miller Moss wasn't stupid, would be undefeated. I mean, that is true. That is true. If he wasn't making dumb decisions, they would have won. Indiana, I'm gonna say this because as an Oregon fan, Indiana's gonna be tough. Oregon literally has back-to-back top 10 teams. I don't know if you consider Penn State a top 10 team now. But Indiana's going to be tough. They have a really tough defense. Wearing a white shirt, Steve. You right. We're gonna get pounced in London. Don't you worry. I mean, kind of. I mean, they almost lost to Iowa. I mean, I think it was like a couple weeks ago. They almost lost to Iowa. So who freaking knows? Who freaking knows? But Iowa State and Illinois. Illinois got pounced. But at the same time, though, Illinois got pounced by Indiana. Who's the only 0-5 team? This guy. It's this guy. Thank you and good night. Alabama, Missouri. That's going to be a tough one. Who did you rather win? Alabama or Missouri? That's a team I was looking forward to see in the college football playoff last year, but I'm surprised they didn't make it. Field is cooking on a fantasy team he's not the problem with the Jets. It's there's no discipline and penalties. There's no takeaways on the defense. The defense pretty much just allow positive plays on every play. This is the worst Jets defense I have ever seen. I'm not kidding when I say that. If the Jets keep losing like this, this is going to be one of the most infamous Jets seasons alongside of Rich Kotite and Adam Gase. No, yeah, Missouri would be funnier to win. No doubt about that. That will be funny. Texas A&M is number 5. That is not expecting them to be up this high. Texas Tech at number 9. I did not like how they minimalized their logos. I hate minimizations on logos. It's did you even bother trying to make it the logo? Did you even bother trying to make the logo? You know? And Rutgers just got a big first down there inside the red zone in Washington's territory. NFL trivia. NFL season ends today. Who is the AFC 1 seed? Is it the Colts? Let me check. Is it the Colts? Would it be the Colts? 4-1, man. I mean, that's impressive. It is Indy. Wow. Who do they play? As long as you guys keep winning. I'm not looking it up. Who do you guys play? Cardinals. Oh gosh, don't lose to the freaking Cardinals. Don't lose a team that freaking okay. Tell me, what the hell was Titans Cardinals, dude? I mean, it's a trap. I mean, Cardinals, here's the thing. It's not that the Cardinals are a bad team. It's more like they just made too many mental mistakes and they just lost the game because of it. That's why I literally had the Cardinals for a playoff spot. I also had the Patriots as a playoff spot. And the number 2 team. But of course you gotta take Indy because Indy in the Colts is your team. So of course you gotta take them. But the Patriots are 3-2. So, and they have a lot of winnable games coming up. They have a lot of winnable games coming up, and they could beat those winnable games. They could be in the playoffs. They're a sleeper team. And, dude, the Eagles. Holy crap, the freaking Eagles. What an embarrassment. The fact they went 4 tush pushes in a row is not going to be enough, man. Oh, yeah, the Aces are – I think the Aces are winning big right now. The Aces are winning big over the Mercury. So – but we can definitely do like a little celebration for your team, of course. The freaking head coach of Rutgers, he was like, I thought the Giants had a shot. Oh, they had a shot, all right. They freaking pulled an RPG over the. They pulled an RPG over the Eagles, cartoon style. They just like pulled it out, cartoon style. That was funny. No, like what's funny was like the Eagles were winning 17-13, and then bam, 34-17. They lost to the Giants, and guess what? After this week, they play each other again. I think that is one of the bigger surprise too, because Chiefs were definitely getting like they were getting penalties favored. I can usually see upsets coming. Oh, and if you want to check on ESPNU, guess what? We have Cornell versus Harvard. Alrighty, so we are going back. I thought Jags win 4 to 7 times. Kids say 6 7 times. But yeah, so they're gonna go. All right, so they're gonna go back to the third corner. So USF has the ball. Both teams committed 3 turnovers each team. North Texas has 229 total yards. USF has 228 total yards. Cornell is 0-3 and Harvard's 3-0. Why is that an ESPNU game? Because it's an Ivy League matchup. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares, ESPN says. Yeah, so South Florida is getting it. So we are going to be back. There we go. And we are underway in the second half. Well, between South Florida and North Texas. I know Jared Gator 9 is doing Rutgers and Washington. I'm surprised he did not do this game. I thought he was going to do this game. But that's the fans. But that was the fans' decision, I believe. You decide. Every round battles of history. Alrighty, let's get to it. Ivy League is the greatest college football league of all time. I agree. I do agree. Got Yale, Harvard, the games, just Ivy League schools, just duking it out. Who's the smartest? I'm the smartest. Anyways, Byron Brown is jacket formation. He's going to throw a quick one to Singleton. Singleton gets the first down past the 40. Will be pushed out of bounds around the 43-yard line, I believe. Clock will stop temporarily for a little bit. And then once we talked about earlier, the temple is becoming very deadly to them. Brown gets a catch to Nimrod. Nimrod shakes the tackle past the 40, 35. Gets tackled at the 31-yard line. This is a quick start for South Florida. This game is so close to getting. This game was so close to getting more money. Went towards Rutgers. You have on Rutgers, and then Davenport doesn't really get a lot of yardage on that play. Oh, hold up. We gotta stop the clock at 2:15. That is Chaz Nimrod down on the ground. Chaz Nimrod is down on the ground. Clock stops at 4:15. Chaz Nimrod has been becoming a reliable receiver for the offense. Yeah, North Texas winning this. I don't blame you. I mean, I don't blame anybody that places South Florida, North Texas. Is he having cramps? I think I see his. Am I seeing his muscle tightening up from that far? I think I'm seeing his muscle getting tightened up at that angle. How does an Ivy League have a student section for those people study for fun? Looks like he's walking off the field fine. I think he's just cramping. Gotta hydrate. Nothing like good American game. Heck yeah, brother. Heck to yeah. I don't understand why the NFL is doing 2 Monday Night Footballs around the same time. I didn't even study at school. Oh, bull. Yeah, if you had good grades, you had to study at some point. Unless you have a memory of like a person with savant syndrome, like freaking Sean Murphy from The Good Doctor. I'm only on a second season if you have watched it, so don't give me any spoilers. But anyway, 2nd and 8. It's like one of those things, like you have good memories for like useless information, like fun facts, but then like when there's something really important coming up, you're like, what? Oh, the wide receiver throwing it deep, and he's Singleton with the catch, and then calling it a touchdown for South Florida. For the first time tonight, South Florida is going to take the lead. By the way, why is the clock running? The clock should not be running. They got to fix the clock on their end. But regardless, USF takes the lead for the first time tonight. See, that's the thing. Is like we can remember random things, but if something is important, we're like, it's like our brain is becoming like a monkeys with symbols. Like the monkeys with the symbols. Colorado State beating Fresno State. Colorado State is like 1-4 of the season. Saying it's 13-51, so I'm going to do that just then. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So now South Florida is the one that has a 7-point lead this time. 7-point lead this time. Like, for example, it's like I can remember the date of the first Super Bowl, January 15th, 1967. It's like, how do I remember this? Who friggin' knows? Let's see here. In middle school, I think it was 6th grade, and we had Greek Latin root. And every week or two, she added 4 roots, and we do a test over all the roots we've done so far. When it was all said and done, we did 128 roots, and for almost all of them, I have something random that helped me remember. Oh, dude. There's one. So when I was getting when I was trying to get into the teacher prep program for college, right? There was one test. I hated it. It was like an English test. English is like the worst subject for me. I got like 116 out of 128, and most of the kids got 40, 60s. Dude, ouch. And the one thing that I do not do well is context clues. The thing with context clues is like do they say information, but they mean the same thing? Or does it involve like context clues? Like malevolent, for example. Mal, M-A-L, means bad. So it's like, okay, so that means bad. But benevolent, B-E-N-E, usually means good. English, I felt like I did bad, but I ended up getting B's and A's somehow. No, that's the thing. It's like English, because you think when I was in 11th grade, I had an A for that class, but I failed their standardized test twice. I failed it twice. Because the thing that sucked for me was comprehension. It's like it sucked. And while I was studying for that test to get me into teacher prep, it took me 8 times to pass it because I had to get a composite score of 470 with 235 on each test. And at one point, I was literally 1 point away for passing. And it drained me. It drained me. Drained me to my very core. It was awful. Keyshawn Singleton with the touchdown. Who threw that touchdown anyway? That was a heaver. That was Christian Neptune with the pass. Was passing for a test for a 60 or 70. I feel like the grade system, like they're giving the students like a little bit much more of a leeway. Because right now it's like I think most schools are rocking like 10-point grading systems. But when I was in school for most of my time until like the end of like high school years, it was more like a 7-point grade. It's like an A, for example, is like 100 to 94. A B was 93 to 84. C is like 83 to 74. Stuff like that. Test the maker. Ooh, tries to catch, but does not. Mess the maker. Tries to throw it incomplete. So now you're looking at 2nd and 10. I'm a little behind now. Sorry, I was a little distracted trying to make some conversation. I'm new at this. And here comes St. Evans. 10-point grade system makes more sense, but a 60 should be D. What should be a D then? And then here comes Caleb Hawkins. He gets a 4-yard carry on our left hash. But what should be a D then? I feel like this is like an interesting 79. So you think 79 should be a D? And I remember it's like a 70 was like a D was a 70 to 60 was to 67, and then 66 to 70, 66 to nothing is an F. Mezamaker. Oh, he threw a pick. That's his third one. Past the 20, gets down to 15. That's his third interception. Mestamaker. What are you doing? That's his third interception. And that is North Texas' 4th turnover. 3 interceptions and a muff punt. Ooh, that could have been rubbing the passer, but they did not call it. And the Tigers just take the lead over the Mariners. Yeah, he hit him. That could be targeting. They're calling it. They're calling for targeting. They're going to review that. Hold your horses, guys. We might get some targeting. And guess what? We're in the second half. So we could get an ejection. So Gaskin gets the interception, right? So let's see the hit. Leaning clown to the helmet. It looks like he hit the helmet. So number 10 on South Florida. They're saying most of the contact is from the chest. It does. What he's saying is, I guess, most of the contact's to the chest, but only a little to helmet. So I feel like it's like wherever the contact is most likely, that's just what it depends. That's just where it depends. Any forcible helmet by the crown really must be confirmed or overturn it. They're saying they should not be targeting. But it looked like too high. But like, I'm surprised they didn't try to throw like at least a roughing the passer penalty. Because don't you think that he hit him a little bit too high? Feel like it should be roughing the passer at least. Not necessarily targeting, but roughing the passer on the South Florida. The crowd is not happy. They are not happy. They want that player gone. All right, here's a call. No penalty. So the interception stands. There's no flag. He's safe. So if that guy got ejected, he would have been suspended for the first half next week. Or whatever the next game is. I think they play FAU next, I believe. Or is it South Florida? I don't know. But regardless who they play, that play would miss the first half of the next game. But thankfully, that player's not going to go through that. But now South Florida's at the 15. But South Florida, this is the chance to take the lead. Here comes a snap. Brown catches, tries to strip the ball out. North Texas looks pissed. Gain of 5 at the 11, but they look pissed. Oh, they might have sent the locker room. And here comes Franklin. Touchdown, South Florida. They will extend the lead to 2 touchdowns now. 11-yard rush from Sam Franklin. Those turnovers are biting North Texas in the booty. They're biting them in the booty. Biting them in the booty. You trying to do that to me? Man, how could you? And he's still limping. Yeah, I'm seeing that little limp as he was walking to the locker room. Extra point up and good. 35-21. North Texas got to pick the crap up. 4 turnovers. 4 turnovers for North Texas. 3 turnovers for South Florida. They extended it to 2 touchdowns and 2 extra points. You right. You're right. They did that. I mean, that is true. That is true at the end of the day. Oh, RFK, if you saw like my emergency stream, which logo was the best to you of the new teams? The Houston Gamblers logo, the Columbus Aviators, the Louisville Kings, or the Orlando Storm? It's like SpongeBob. It's like SpongeBob just telling Squidward, if he wants to exchange for $1, do you want 4 quarters or 10 dimes or 20 nickels or 100 pennies? You like the Aviators logo? Okay. Why do you like the Aviators logo? I'm curious. I never really hear. The Storm is my favorite. The Storm is my favorite new logo. Yeah, I'm hearing people saying that the Kings logo was not the best. Like, I like the Aviators color scheme. I really do. Cosme will remind me a little bit of like the Dallas Renegades. Yeah, I do like the dark blue, the light blue, and then the red. It's like the Renegades color scheme, except just add the dark blue to the mix. What I like about so here's the thing. So like what I love about the Storm logo, yeah, the Styles has still one of the best logos in the league. What I love about the Storm logo is like I love the orange and purple design. I think those colors do mix well. But I love that the O is like the hurricane symbol. I think the symbol is a really nice touch to I think is a really nice touch. Battlehawks are no longer the worst logo. You think the Battlehawks have the worst logo? Wow, that's a little bit of a hot take. That's a hot take. But yeah, so no divisions now. So right now, top 4 teams will make it to the playoffs. Which is interesting. A football league with no divisions. That is weird. Oh boy. I wonder when this college football rankings are going to come in. Keep in mind, they're my XFL team. That is true. That is your XFL. That is true. That is your XFL team. The national championship. We're getting close. We will get close to it. Oh, we will get close to it. By the way, I chose the background, like, again, whitening, you know. Keep it affiliation. Yeah, I say keep divisions, but only one team is guaranteed from each division. I think so, too. Because I think, like, now, like, the playoff system is going to be, like, because I think it's, like, 1 seed versus 4 seed, the 2 seed versus 3 seed. There's that more pun. Sounds going to be only UFO chance. Nah, man. Nah. Where is it? Where the heck is it? Give me a damn second. Well, I gotta go back anyways because I got to start the time. I just wanted to Madden Sim. Shut the hell up with that crap, man. Mess the Maker. Oh, dropped. Incomplete. East, west, or north. I say north, south. As of right now, just make the divisions north and south division. North division would be the Aviators, the Louisville Kings, the Battlehawks, the Defenders. While the south is the Storm, the Gamblers, the Renegades, and the Stallions. That's how I would roll. Draw my back, Mets the Maker, tipped, incomplete. Oh my goodness. That is 2 drop passes now for North Texas. With the Styles letting them win on a mercy. Nah, dude, beat the freaking Panthers. Then, dude, you lost to the Panthers. Come on now. Which, by the way, rest in peace to the Panthers. Rest in peace to the Panthers. Rest in peace to the Showboats. And rest in peace to the Brahmas. Southern states versus non-Southern state divisions. Come on now. 3rd and 10, Mess the Maker. Throwing it right side. That is completed. First down. That is Moss Coleman catching it at the 36. That would put Kings in the South. Yeah, I mean, Kentucky was considered a Southern state, right? Wasn't it considered a Southern state? And they had a hard time seeing if it's like part of the saying is it a free state or like a slave state? Was it like one of those states, like one of the compromises? I know there was the Missouri Compromise. I think it was like Missouri and then one other state's Maine. Mesamaker throws a quick one. Oh, was that a fumble? We could get a fumble. They're taking it back. Past the 20, 15, 10, 5. That is going. He's still running. Touchdown. There we go. And we got a flag. Size is getting up to a player's face. We got a flag down. Oh, North Texas, you are mad. Was he down? Was it a fumble, though? Okay, so Kentucky was a slave state. We weren't in a compromise. We broke away from Virginia in 1777, but nobody lived there legally till then. So, number 7 on South Florida. I think that was a fumble. 1, 2, 3. He took 3 steps. That's a fumble. That was Jalen Schuler, the guy who got an interception earlier. He will get a scoop and score, but he did get flagged for unsportsmanlike conduct after the penalty. 3 touchdown lead. That is 5 turnovers for North Texas. But most Southerners call us Southern states because we have a culture, but we were neutral in the Civil War. So we wouldn't be filled with battles every day. But we went Union when the Confederacy tried to claim us without saying we were a part of them, but we were still actually a part both technically. So it's like Switzerland. So in a way, it's like they're Switzerland from World War II because Switzerland was considered neutral during the war. Kind of the same with Spain. And we have a South Florida player injured. Let me go ahead and change the clock. I'm a couple seconds behind. That will be the 4th penalty on South Florida. Mike Lofton is the offensive lineman that is now down on the ground. What is going on with these North Texas? And he was pointing at him too. I think that's what caused him unsportsmanlike conduct. He was pointing at sides. He was pointing at Landon's sides. They're saying that should have wiped, and they're saying that they should have wiped the score off the board. We were Switzerland, but we picked a side. But the Confederacy president was from Kentucky. So was Lincoln. Yeah, they even punished us when the war was over. Like we broke away from him. Maryland and Delaware, Missouri got treated like that without us going Confederate. Right. North Texas. By the way, do you remember what the score was at halftime? It was 21-21. We're not even 5 minutes in of the third quarter. 28 unanswered, which is what the announcer just said. And they're gone the commercial break. 5 turnovers. Unbelievable. The mean green machine. Well, North Texas is not mean right now. Those turnovers are biting them. 3 picks, a muff punt, and a scoop and score now. And of course, Jesus is king. But oh man, I'm gonna go ahead and check on how are we doing up in Washington? Yeah, redoing in that game. I imagine didn't give Alaska a UFL team. Imagine Alaska getting a UFL team. That would be so dope. 10-7 Rutgers over Washington. Right. Okay. 21-7 Colorado State. Okay. They got him. Come on. We want the Alaska palm tree. Oh, I love the UFL. I love the Alaska palm trees. What a palm tree got to do with Alaska? You know what's a good show that like a good like survival show? Alone. I haven't watched it in a bit, but I love watching Alone. Like I think I'm on the 7th season. Like I started number 7. And of course, like we got a contestant already gone where he was starting off strong, and then he made a mistake and lost his stupid ferro rod. Like, come on. That's like a rookie mistake. I'm not even a survival part. I'm not even good at survival, and I know you need a ferro rod. Flint and steel. There was one contestant at one point in one season. Was the only contestant that never brought a ferro rod with them. I'm like, you are out of your flipping mind. Alaska has more beaches than other states. It may be snowy beaches, but shh. I've watched BB26 and saw a favorite to be the first home. Ooh. 84-74. Mercury's kind of catching up a little bit to the Aces. They better watch out. Flint and steel chicken jockey. Lofton is getting carried to the bench by 2 medical assistants. Top of the 7. Tigers are up 2-1. Series is tied at 2. The winner faces, winner faces Toronto, right? Winner faces the Blue Jays. I will throw Mercury to the sun in the sun. It's surprising that Mercury's not even the hottest planet. It's Venus, because Venus has such thick clouds. That carbon dioxide. Sweep them. Please sweep them. Short kick past the 30, and he will get down around the 31, 32-yard line. But yeah, Alabama, Missouri. So like I said, so if you guys want to tune in tomorrow, because we're going to do 2 games tomorrow. And of course, we're going to do a Sunday night football game between the Lions and the Chiefs. But tomorrow, 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific, we are doing Indiana and Oregon. At 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, we're doing number 18, BYU, going up against Arizona. Should be a fun night. Should be a fun day for here on the Lightning Lounge. Pitching it to McGill. McGill will lose some yardage on the play. Oh, have mercy. So, Mestamaker throws 3 interceptions. Those 3 interceptions, only 116 yards. He had all 3 interceptions. He had never thrown an interception coming into tonight. Excuse me. He gets tripped up. Oh, great. Here, cups. I'm getting have cups right now. Sorry if I'm a little weird right now. I missed 2 G-Bird games this season. I would have missed 1 if it wasn't for the family gathering last week. Excuse me. I see one Colts game, but I watched the NFL Red Zone when they played the Rams. So the one time you watched the Colts on Red Zone was when A.D. Mitchell just dropped the ball. Bummer. Mestamaker throws it to the 46. That is Wyatt Young with the catch. That is a first down for North Texas. Whew. Under 10 minutes remaining, North Texas still has the ball. They got to score. Here goes to pass for Miles Coleman. There's the speed. Breaks the tackle past the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, North Texas. They are now 2 touchdowns behind with a 2-point conversion, of course. But get a PAT, you're down by 14. I didn't see the end of that. I didn't get to watch my heartbreak. Only I watched Red Zone when I can't finish watching the game. Usually no other sports will end before I have church. Ouch. Do you go to church in the mornings? Do you not go to church in the mornings, or you just go to the evenings? Because I'm used to going to church in the mornings. I usually go to church in the mornings. I go to church at both. I'm the sound man. Oh, you're the sound man. Oh, you're the sound man. Okay, so you work for the church. Gotcha. All right. Right. Okay. Oh, yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's 2. That's coming in December. And they're saying Matt Pat is going to voice Toy Bonnie. I don't get paid. Oh, you don't get paid. Oh, you volunteer. Okay, so you volunteer. Okay, you volunteer there. Okay, gotcha. 42-28. This is a high game. So North Texas not completely out of it yet. They got to contain Byron Brown. He's taking it from the end zone. That is should have just kneeled it down. Dude didn't even make it to the 15. Why did you bother running it out when you're in the end zone? The other side guy who's become an assistant is also the treasurer on the board. And then most of grass get a $100 gift card every year as a payment. $100 gift card. I mean, if you're working elsewhere, you get $100 gift cards and you pay only with gift cards. Isn't that technically getting free money? Okay, there we go. All right. South Florida. Byron Young from the 14. Byron Brown. Hang off to Isaac. Gets a 9-yard gain, close to a first down. Hand it off to Isaac. Isaac gets the first down, and he will get tackled for a 3-yard gain to the 26-yard line. So South Florida, multi-possession lead. North Texas with their title hopes on the line. Are the Aces going to hang the banger? Come on now. Byron Brown, he's going deep right down the middle, 1-on-1. Incomplete. He was looking for Keyshawn Singleton. And that's David Fisher with the coverage on the Singleton. Keystone player. I'm screwing it up with the clock right now. I'm screwing up with the clock. Thank goodness for the edit. Thank goodness for this edit. Thank you. Second down to 10 now. 89-79. Keep the lead, Aces. Come on now. Keep the lead, Aces. Second and 10. Here comes Isaac. Past the 30. Gets past the 35, and he gets the first. As of right now, South Florida's They think they're still going tempo, but I don't think they're going as fast as they were. Now they got it. Brown, he's going deep again, right side, wide open. Who the hell was covering him? That is touchdown, South Florida. Who was covering Jeremiah Coger? Who was covering him? Who in the world was covering that guy? He faked the hell out of Fisher. He faked him out. Oh my goodness. 21-point game. Again. So North Texas had a lead all game in the second half with some ties, but South Florida is changing the script. Brock Bowers is out against the Titans. Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. South Florida has not committed a turnover ever since the first quarter ended. North Texas has been a one. Five straight turnovers. Oh, they had an overtime win over Western Michigan, too. God, Lord. North Texas will have the ball now. No, that time will be a touchback for North Texas. Look at 35 combined points in the third quarter. 876, 2 turnovers. Those 2 turnovers, again, North Texas committing too many turnovers. I'm just not expecting Mess to make so many mistakes tonight. These interceptions are the first of the season. They're the first of his season. Holy, 3 interceptions. Here's a handoff to Caleb Hawkins. He gets a yard carry. Good defensive stuff from the Bulls. Hold on, we got an injury on the player. We got looks like a defensive lineman from South Florida. Clock stops at 8:02. So let me put that back. Let me put that back on the clock. Jacob Merrifield, the defensive tackle, the senior, down on the ground. But I expected this game to be a lot closer, which it was at first, and then South Florida is just running away. It was just running away with it. I mean, obviously the game is not over, but it's like you have a comfortable lead. It's just if you're South Florida, you cannot get yourself too comfortable with a lead like this. So I don't know. Just notice that my teams are minor leagues. WNBA and UFL are my best 2 teams I cheer, and for a bit were the only 2 games that I had. Ha! Hey, you picked 2 good new teams. Big two good teams. Caught by Miles Corman, past the 30. Tries to go down the sideline, but would be pushed out of bounds. A second apart, but that's okay. Mr. Baker fakes the handoff, gets to Coleman again. Coleman gets the first down. Will be stopped at the 40. The ballots were good. We're good for the XFL, I guess, but I can't break a hump. But also a minor league. Yeah, the XFL was also a minor league as well. We had another injury. Man, how many people are getting injured in this quarter? Man. That's another defensive player down. That's for USF. They already lost some. They already lost some key pieces on the defensive side. They lost their defensive tackle. And right now, North Texas is recouping. Because if you're North Texas, you're not out of the gates yet. There's still plenty of game. You got a quarter and a half remaining. It's just North Texas just committed penalties. I feel like if they had not got those penalties, this game would have been very close. Like, there's a lot of defense, yes, but there's a lot of turnovers. There's been defensive heavy. Right now, remember when I said that North Texas was winning the turnover battle? South Florida flipped the script, and now South Florida is winning the turnover battle. They're winning the defense battle. North Texas had 5 turnovers. USF has 3, and all those 3 were in the first quarter. So this game, like if this game could be close, like if there was like a roller coaster, like this game can be special. So you always got to be stretched out, ready to go. That's the whole point of football, right? $95-84. Come on. Come on, Aces. Come on, Aces. Go ahead and win it. So that means the offseason for the Toronto Tempo and the Portland Fire would win. Both have 1 timeout. Okay. So they're probably just going to keep on stomping the clock once they need to. I feel like Mercury is probably going to play aggressive. I feel like the Mercury's going to play aggressive. Receiver in motion. He's a handoff to Hawkins. Hawkins past the 50, 45-40, 35-30. He will get tackled around the 29-yard line. That's a big run from Caleb Hawkins. That is definitely the offense that North Texas need. This is the offense North Texas needs. Tempo now. Hawkins gets play action. Mestamaker will just throw it out of bounds since he was out of the tackle box and throws it out of bounds. $7:02 remaining. So this is going to give South Florida a little bit of breathing room because both of them like to go around the Temple style offense. Mestamaker. He's looking. And he's going to go deep again. And that's almost caught incomplete. That was one-on-one coverage. That was White Young, the intended receiver at the end zone. He was thinking of throwing it the end zone. I was like, should I throw it? Should I throw it? Should I throw it? Okay. Sling it. Thankfully, no interception. That would have been his 4th. That would have been his 4th of the night. Would have been 4th of the night. Maker. Throws a screen to Young. Young passes 25, gets out of bounds around the 21, I believe. And I forgot to start the clock. I'm a dummy. 3-second difference. 4th and 2. You got to go for it. You have to go for it. 4th and 2. You go for it. They got the offense. They need a 19. That's what they need. Play action. And Maker gets sacked. Turnover on downs. Oh, North Texas. Oh, North Texas. Oh, bummer. Mariners have tied the game 2-2 against the Tigers. 0 timeouts to 1. Turnover on downs for North Texas. Nobody came to block 40. Nobody came to block him. That was Kavion Huddle. No, that's the wrong team. Stupid head. Just gotta look for that guy's name. But man. And then here comes to the 35-yard line. 2nd and 3. That was a 7-yard carry. Hands it off again. Thinks this is a Dune event. Does not get much on the play here. Dun dun dun. Where's that guy's name? I'm just not seeing the guy's name on the roster. And there's a catch. Pettigrew gets a catch for the first down. 12.3 seconds remaining. Oh, come on. They're just teasing you right there. Another injury. There's another injury on the field. That's 5:18 remaining on the clock now. Hayes' ball, 5.7 on the clock. Jacob Merrifield. That was the guy's name. The one who got the sack off to Maker. Congratulations, Aces. The Aces have won the WNBA Finals. They have done it. Congratulations. And also, sweep! We are champions, we are the champions, my friends. We'll keep on fighting to the end. We are the champions. Oh, I might get copyrighted. Oops. That's my bad. All right, Byron Brown hands it off to Isaac. And there's some laundry on the field. That's the first time we're seeing that in a while with 5:02 remaining. And stop it right there. Is that penalty going to be on? See where that penalty's on. Ooh, defensive holding on the North Texas. That's not good, Chief. Happy Dynasty to all. Happy Dynasty indeed. That just gave South Florida a fresh set of downs. Isaac, try to do a flea flicker, but it was delayed, and Brown's going to get sacked. That's some play right there. I don't know what in the world they were trying to do. They held on. I think they held on to the ball for too long. They held on to the ball for too long. Yep, 97-86, and the Aces won their championship. Yeah, I'm like way behind the clock. I'm like 11 seconds behind. Jeez Louise. Yeah, South Florida's taking the time. They know they have the lead. They're just like, just take your time. Do not let them get the ball as much, you know? It's like, do not let them have the ball much. Thank you, TV, for crashing. Thank you, TV, for crashing. I really appreciate it, man. Going right side. Did he? Incomplete. Was it 326? Stop freezing. We were 326. That's what the clock said, right? Kelsey Plum. Who? 326, 4th and 9. They're going for it. I mean, too long for the field goal, too short the putt. Why not? I mean, I don't know. Should have just tried a punch kick. Should have tried the punch punt. They're going to take the delay of game penalty. Las Vegas. I just realized that was South Florida's ball. I forgot to change possessions. That's my bad. That's my bad. So now you're looking at. That's my bad. I forgot to change the possessions. All right. Pop the champagne. There you go. There's a little punch. The punch punt. Just don't muff it again. Coleman did not muff it this time. Now, score without committing a turnover, please. RFK, Health Director RFK knew it would happen. Read my name. Ajay Wilson wins the MVP. Let's go. All right, North Texas at the 8. Robert knows ball. Oh, way too high for the running back. Incomplete. That was way too high. That is incomplete. That was Landon Sides trying to come up with a catch. That is incomplete. Glad you're having a nice night, man. Glad you're having a nice night. Mesnamaker gets the Coleman, but Coleman gets no gain on the play. South Florida ate that up. Now that Danny Hamlin was NASCAR, we'll have 2 champions in the same year. Top of the 8 is Tigers Mariners tied at 2 still. Winner takes on Toronto. Excuse me. Drop it back, Mestamaker. Mestamaker checks it down to McGill, and McGill's trying to come up with more yardage, but he will not. So 4th and medium. That's about 4th and 5 for North Texas. And you can't really take a risk of going for it there. It's like you would want to go for it if it was like 4th and 1, but if it's 4th and 5, I mean, there's literally no room for error if you want to go for it. Doing it again with the possessions. What the hell's wrong with me tonight? Yeah, mercy. What is going on with me tonight? Rugby style kick here. He's going to call it for a fair catch. What the heck? Yeah, fair catch. I don't know why this TV is just doing this. Come on, man. I don't even know what time they have on the clock yet. Well, we got some laundry on the field. Hey. Got some laundry. See who's this going to be on. They're taking a long discussion about this. Very long discussion about it. Yeah, so what is the penalty? Okay, they just got done discussing it, but what is the penalty? Yeah, what's the long conversation? Like, what gives? The illegal formation on North Texas. They're saying he was covered but uncovered. Huh. Yeah, they're saying the left tackle was uncovered? Legal formation penalty is one of those penalties that I just don't really... I can't fully comprehend because it's like I don't understand, like, why is it a penalty when you have a tackle uncovered or when you have a tight end covered or uncovered? I don't understand that. Byron Brown hands it off to Sam Franklin. Franklin with the truck, and he's going to go down at the 45-yard line. That is a 4-yard gain for the Bulls. But again, I don't understand. Going with a quick play, and Byron Brown will be a couple of yards short of a first down right here. And you're just going fast. South Florida really wants to. We got an injured mean green player on the field. That's Smith Young. Smith Young and down and out on the field. And Sam Franklin is down on the field. That was a running back that was doing part of the work was doing a good chunk of the work for South Florida tonight. Oh yeah, I could just do this. I forgot about this. Oh, that's perfect. It's like right off the side too. Forgetting I can show the comments on the stage. I keep forgetting that. So South Florida is facing 3rd and 1. North Texas needs to stop here. Because it's like, if you go to the 4th quarter, I don't think North Texas needs to punt. Unless it's like, it's too risky. But it's like, at that point, if it's still 4th and 10, and then you're down by 3, and it's the 4th quarter, it's like, you might as well try to go for it and try to win. Well, you might as well try to go for the win. All right. Oh, they take a direct snap to Isaac. They're saying it wasn't. They tried to pretend that they weren't ready, but it was a direct snap to Isaac. Kind of a tricky play, I can say that. Alvin Isaac, that was a great play. That's a quick pass to the 30 in North Texas territory. Caught by Jeremiah Koger. We're about 30 seconds remaining. Brown throwing it. That's wide open to pass the 20, and then he will get out of bounds around the, I believe, the 19, I think. But that is going to run down some clock. 20 seconds remaining to the 16. That's my bad. Yes, they're in the red zone, so they're knocking at the door. Sam Frank, that is Isaac, and that might be the last play before we go to the 4th quarter. All right. So, domination. It was 21-21, and South Florida scores 28 points in one half. I feel like this game could be but it could be over. But at the end of the day, it's going to be up to what. But at the end of the day, it's going to be what. What you call it? Oh shoot. Excuse me. But at the end of the day, that's going to be up what these two teams are going to be doing. The USF is putting a beating on the North Texas, ending one of the teams that have one of the undefeated records. Megan Fox is Toy Chica. Kellen Goff is Freddie. Who in the heck is the Mangle? Cold refreshment. Megan Fox is playing Toy Chica. That's great. That is great. But didn't the animatronics? But here's the thing: didn't the animatronics ever talk in the? I don't think they did. I don't think they talked in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I believe. I don't think so. See, Rutgers is still in the lead, 13-7 against Washington. Rutgers in the lead. Are they? Is Rutgers Washington's kryptonite? Is that their kryptonite? I would say that would be the kryptonite. I would think that would be the kryptonite. Because Rutgers beat them last year. And now they're beating them again before halftime. So if you're North Texas, you gotta get the offense going. I mean, 21 points. I mean, 15 minutes and 3 timeouts. I mean, that is a long time. But the thing is, it's like you cannot afford any fourth downs. You got to get the ball going. Because if you ever stop, then that's going to be game. Because I don't know what is the fact. For the friggin' butt fumble was like when the Patriots scored 21 points under 1 minute against the Jets on Thanksgiving. I mean, anything could be possible. But I can't believe like the South Florida scored 21 points so like relatively quick in the third quarter. Because again, it was 21-21 halftime. Now it's 49-28. Like, how the turntables? How did the turntables? Like, look at this. 7-14-28 in North Texas, 14-7-7 when it comes to scoring points in the quarters. But that 28 in the third, that is where everything just shifted. This is where the game just shifted. They completely shifted the battle. Second down 7 from the 13 for South Florida now. Still looking over at the sideline. Brown hands it off to Isaac. Isaac only gets 2 yards on the play. So third down and 5. At least 30 to the median. Oh, you're funny. It's NBA season time. Brown pump fakes. He's going to dump the screen. And the tackle, he does get enough for the first down. First and goal at the 3 to Sullivan, the tight end. I don't really follow a lot of NBA, but I decided to go with the Hornets because why not, I guess. I used to be a Bull fan when I was a kid, but I haven't really followed them ever since Derrick Rose back then. Jack Reagan and I said I lowered the bar from winning it all. I lowered the bar from winning it all to winning 5 preseason games. Beautiful. And we have another player injured. Golly, there's a lot of players' injuries. I am just required to stop the clock so many times, brother. I'm required to stop the clock so many times. Aces are indeed champs. They are indeed your champions. Do you think there's upset potential at Death Valley between South Carolina and LSU? Do you think there's a bit of upset potential there? Jesus loves everybody, man. He loves everybody. He loves everybody. 13 PDA, just second half, just a lot of injuries. South Carolina does. I mean, they almost had LSU last year until they choked. I believe it was a 17-point lead. They choked a 17-point lead, and they just could not. I mean, they were in the ranks, but they were close to the college football playoffs. I believe if they would have just beaten LSU, they would have made it. They would have made it. But at last, it wasn't meant to be. Trey Fields was a player on North Texas that was injured. South Carolina, yeah, I mean, there is an argument saying that they could be a top 24 team. That's an argument for sure. It's just the fact that they lost badly to Vanderbilt one game that we streamed. That was enough just to push him out of the rankings, and then Vanderbilt saying, "All right, Vanderbilt, you can come and join us." At least Vanderbilt didn't get destroyed by Bama, or else they would have been out at the one now. And they're going to give it to the big man. Touchdown, South Florida. Golly. Oh, my goodness. Longwood games. Depends if I'm free or not, man. That just all depends if I'm free or not. And besides, I don't know a lot about like basketball. Like, not really know like what the rules are or the statistics. All I know is that you just get the ball into the net. Kobe. That's mainly all I know. But North Texas, man. Feel bad. Down by 28. What would you call college basketball streams if you did them? You have Bullpen Bolts and Lightning Lounge? Good question. I don't know. Let's try to think. I would think. I'm not sure. I am not sure. Quark crashes, maybe? Like, because lightning makes like a crash sound? Don't know. I don't know. Bottom of the 8th now. It's still 2-2 between Tigers and Mariners. I don't know what could I don't know what could be lightning related. That's the problem. I just don't know what could be lightning related. I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, there's probably just other good names. But again, why are they showing 2 Monday Night Football games at around the same time? If you're doing that, put one game at 7 and the other game at 10. That's just simple as that. That's just simple as that. Do you know if Juggernaut 9 is it has rated a streamer or not? Can't believe he rated me twice last year. He rated me twice last year. But I don't know what games has he been going to donate tonight? I would say Rutgers could win it. He did. They're doing baseball. Oh, he's doing baseball. Neat. He's rating a guy for doing baseball. That's awesome. Good for him. Good for him. Congrats, man. Congrats. But yeah, high scoring game, but I thought it was going to be close. So going with a touchback now for North Texas. Oh, Mestamaker. Last 3 games, 173 points, 1,609 yards. That's incredible. Well, in the last 3 games, talk about domination. That is pure domination. That's the maker. You got to have perfect drives now. There's no turning back. And Hawkins gets stuffed. Stuffed run. Good defense from the Bulls. Good stuff from the Bulls. Second 11, missed the maker. Goes to the middle, to sides. Sides, he gets it to the 30. And it will stop via for a progress here. 13 minutes remaining now. Texas don't really have much time remaining. Because at this point, South Florida can stop their tempo now. Maker throws in the middle again. Good hands. That is a first down for North Texas. Caught by King. So, yeah, 4 touchdowns. That means you got to score quickly. They got to score quickly. We're at the 9th inning now between the Tigers and the Mariners. Dropping back is Maker. Side will step out of bounds around the 50. Will step out of the 50. Mean Green players looking at the sideline, see if they can get what a play they could get going. Hand off to Caleb Hawkins. Hawkins will not get anything on the play. Another good defensive run stop from the Bulls. Around 11:30 left of the game. Let's see. Maker. He's going to go throw a laser beam. That is incomplete. 10:59. He was trying to go for a receiver. Gets nothing. I just wish Maker would have taken back those 3 interceptions. That's why I saw Florida winning big. Maker throws it to the middle. That is caught. Wyatt Young gets around to, I believe, the 35. And they just got to get going. They're going faster now. Tempo pace to the 36. Maker throws in the middle again. Almost a one-handed catch by Wyatt Young. Almost a good catch. But unfortunately, that will be incomplete. So, almost a one-handed grab. Oh, man. No field goals. I just realized that. Handing off to Hawkins. Hawkins gets a yard gain. Sorry, I'm a little late again. We got another injury timeout. Another injury timeout. And they got to stay. Wait, is that the same guy who got injured again? Was that the same guy that got injured again? Merrifield? Huh. That is oddly weird. Anyways, but thought it was going to be North Texas show, and then he threw three. Then Mestamaker threw 3 interceptions. What could have been without those? What could have been without the turnovers? What could have been without the turnovers? Yeah, what games is he doing? Georgia, Auburn, Michigan, USC, South Carolina, LSU, and Kansas versus Texas Tech. Michigan and USC would sound nice. I mean, that was a close game last year. That was a close game last year. I might vote. Yeah. I would go with the lead game. Why not? I'll do that. I'll do that once. For some reason, it decided to flash for a second. Denver favored by by 6.5 or a touchdown. Fun. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. Jets ain't winning that. All right. And just give the team 0-17. I'm just tired of my team. I am so tired of my team. This is probable surgery on throwing hand. Huh. I thought he was out for the season. Mestamaker gets sacked. Damn. Well, 4th down. Well, can't punt it. You can't punt it if you're North Texas. You got to at least put up a fight to win. You got to put up a fight at least to win. Fourth and 12 now. Going to the middle. Oh, my goodness. He has hands. And he just hurt his arm. Freaking great. Just injuries every play now. Amazing catch that he just hurt himself. Just nagged it with his hands. Oh, I think it's an elbow injury. They're gonna step aside again for the commercial. They're playing another commercial. Oh my goodness. This game has been long in the second half. because of there's just been so many injuries in the second half. At least we know it's the first half for North Texas. But yeah, North Texas completely imploded in the second half. That third quarter, that is something North Texas would take back. Just wanted to have this game just keep on going. It's like every injury. Up, commercial break, commercial break, commercial break, commercial break, commercial break. Hey, commercial breaks. On down the chicken and the bye-bye. But South Florida, I mean, they came from three. They had 3 turnovers in the first quarter, and now they're just dominating North Texas. How would you think they would fare against Memphis? Them and Memphis would be a nice matchup. That would be a very nice matchup. One place to go home. So now the stands are pretty much emptying out. Yeah, like a reminder, this game went from close to North Texas imploding. Maker screen aside, side spins, gets down at 10. You gotta go quick. You got 4 touchdowns in 9 minutes mainly. Oh, good freaking luck. That means you gotta get, and you have to get onside kicks too. That means you gotta get onside kicks for all that is happening. Bottom of the 9th. We might go extra innings with this one. See if they're going in motion. Hawkins tries a. He fumbled. Oh, he freaking fumbled. Oh my god. That's a 6th turnover, I believe. 7 if you count the turnover on downs. And I forgot to change possession, but doesn't really freaking matter at this point. He punched it out. I knew that was a fumble at some point. That deep. Let's see. Was it a fumble? How can you how is he behind him? Like, can you check if his knee was down? Let's see. Was the knee? I don't think it did. I think he was down. Man. Oh, that knee's down. I think the right knee went down. I think his right knee was down before the ball popped out. That's a fumble. That is not a fumble. So North Texas should get it back, at least. Yeah, it does look like his knee was down. Going extra innings in Seattle now. Here we go. See if it's. I don't know. I want to end it early, but at the same time, it's like it's not over because it may look like it's over. But if North Texas, I don't think that's a fumble. They're not going to give it to. Yeah, call overturned. So North Texas does get the ball back. So North Texas gets the ball back. So 4 touchdowns. That's going to be difficult. So North Texas will not be ranked. Man, that's just a dang bummer. Such a dang bummer, man. Missed the maker. Throws a screen. Gets the first down. Ball reaches the goal line. Is that touchdown? They're going to say Williams was down about a yard or two short. I did not. That's my fault again, man. Gotta pay more attention. I'll do better next time. Another play in review? See, his foot looks like it because I'm seeing green between his shoe. But what about the ball slipping out of his hand, though? That is my other question. Yeah, because he's in bounds still. I think he's in bounds. But again, what about the ball was slipping out of his hand. The ball was slipping out of his hand before it was around the time he was trying to cross the goal line. So when it's a touchdown, of course. I mean, yes. But what we're also saying is it close though? That's the bigger question. Not quite sure. This game has been. They're still reviewing it. I mean, again, I think what it is like the ball was in the midst of slipping out of his hand. And they're still looking. Godly. Why would you punt on your own 20 on 3rd and 25? Why even punt on 3rd down? They're saying touchdown. Touchdown, North Texas. So North Texas finally gets on the board. So now they're down by 3 touchdowns. But you're still down by 3 touchdowns. What if this North Texas just makes a run back? Oh, they're going for 2? Why 2? Why go for 2? That's a decision. That is a decision to be made. Oh, he's open. That's a 2-point conversion for North Texas. So now it's a 20-point game. 20-point game now. 56-36. But North Texas still needs to, because without good South Florida's offense have been like capitalizing every turnover they got and then convert them into points on the offense. North Texas cannot let South Florida get the ball back. They can't. They can't get the ball back. Javion Mitchell down on the ground. Again, another injury. Another injury for this game. Bottom of the 10th, Mariners 2-2. Mariners and Tigers are still tied at 2. Third down. Well, like seriously, third down punt. My question is, how does ODU You would think Navy would have a better chance than Old Dominion, right? Oh my gosh, they spelled Memphis wrong. They spelled Memphis wrong. Oh my gosh, they spelled Memphis wrong. That is hilarious. That is amazing. That is freaking amazing. They spelled Memphis wrong. How did you screw that up? Here's the onside kick. That's a high bounce. And that's going to get caught. And South Florida will have the ball with 7:52 on the clock. So. Yeah, 3-possession game. You're going to hand this off to Dunavant. There's a flag on the play. It's going to be a flag on the play with 7:47 remaining now. Let's see. You can't do that, North Texas. Hands to the face. Come on now. Hands to the face. Oh, he got him right up there. He got him right up to the throat. He got him right up to the throat. Cannot do that. You cannot do that. No. Stop run. It's a stuff run. Oh, perfect. I did that just in time. Yeah, but South Florida has it's like Nimrod never left. It's like they didn't need Nimrod ever since he got that injury. You know, again to Dubonnet, 15. If he gets the first down, he will get down around the 9. Like if South Florida gets a touchdown, we're probably gonna call it. We're gonna call the stream early. Here comes motion. Brown keeps it to himself, pass the 5, and yep, that's touchdown. 9. That's 9 touchdowns tonight. 9 touchdowns tonight. Unbelievable. That I think that's the highest I've ever seen on these streams before. Unbelievable. But wow. What a night from Byron Brown. What a night. What a night. But all right. I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. Going to get myself rested up, and then we're going to get ready for Indiana versus Oregon. This game went from close to North Texan literally pulling a Tom and Jerry image of Tom shotgunning himself. That's how this game went in a nutshell. North Texas is going to be livid tonight and until they get a win in their next game. South Florida, they capitalize after rough start in the first quarter and made North Texas look like fools. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and I'll see you on Saturday with Indiana and Oregon. With Indiana versus Oregon, BYU versus Arizona. Have a good night, everybody.